Yeah, just really, what's that word? I don't know. So, whip na choba dog.
Hello, it's so cool that you're joining us for the 5th episode of Woohoo, a Sims podcast with Gabrielle
and Jovel.
This episode is being recorded on August 28th, 2021. Well, I said this the last time we recorded this episode. Better late than never. This episode is cursed.
Yes, this is the 4th time we've recorded it.
The 4th time. We had technical difficulties. We lost an entire audio recording. For some reason, Jovel's audio came back as, like, screaming at me the minute that I put the file onto my computer. It was like, "Welcome to Woohoo, what's up?"
I did not know this. That is very scary, and I'm so sorry.
That's why I couldn't use the audio, is because I kept trying to quiet it down, but it just sounded like it was blaring the audio through. And I think it's because, you know how my microphone is like kind of broken? It records really quiet, and so I have to turn up my recording volume all the way. I remember when we recorded that episode, I was like, "Jovel, turn your microphone volume all the way up."
Oh, yeah.
So,
and it made it really intense.
Yeah, but you guys don't care about this. You just care that we're late, and we're sorry. They like us. They're here for us. Hopefully, they support us. We have Patreon supporters, so...
We have one Patreon supporter.
One is enough for me.
Hey, they paid for the highest tier, so they are number one in my book.
Do we want to shout them out right now because they're the only one, so it's not going to take us forever?
Yeah. We'll shout them out now and at the end.
Okay, what's their name?
Okay, their name is Riley Rain, and they are in our Goth Daddies tier of $5. Ooh. So thank you, Riley Rain, you little angel.
Number one Goth angel. Daddy.
Yes, Riley Rain, number one Goth Daddy.
You will always be number one Goth Daddy in our hearts.
Yeah.
And on Patreon. Maybe we'll make you a special t-shirt. I think we should do that, Jovel.
Maybe we'll get tattoos of your name on the inside of our lips.
On the inside of the lip? I would do that.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Okay, maybe we'll get your name tattooed on us, Riley Rain. You'll just have to keep supporting us on Patreon to find out. We've recorded this so many times that I don't even feel like we can update people on what's been going on in our lives because it's just been one thing after another.
I don't even know. Okay, I will go into mine, I guess. Part of why everything's late is because I just moved to Seattle, and it was a lot, and I had to start a new job, and it was a lot, and it was a lot. So now things are less a lot, and I can do this again. So hooray.
Yay. I don't remember what was happening in my life, but I do have a boyfriend. We've been dating for a month now, and I've been just living in a Minecraft world. I don't see the real world a lot anymore. I'm all Minecraft all the time.
You are a Minecraft girl in a Minecraft world.
Honestly.
And I've just been watching ghost encounters and stuff.
We're getting ready for spooky season. We're going to have some special stuff for you guys coming up here in October. Especially Riley Rain, our number one Goth Daddy.
Yes. And I bought clogs. I'm so excited.
That is good. That's big news.
Big news. Got clogs. Target has some really cute clogs.
I'm going to buy a jack-o'-lantern purse. Part of the reason that it takes us so long to get these episodes out is because it's really hard to figure out who we're going to interview, and then with COVID, trying to get people in the same room and scheduling conflicts, it just has not been happening for us. So we have decided to take that little interview portion out of the regular episode and put it as its own type of minisode in our Messin' Around minisode series. So no longer in the regular episode. You'll get it in the minisode. We're not going to make the episode shorter. We're just going to be able to include more of the content of us making jokes, and hopefully you guys like it. I mean, you like to hear us talk, I guess, so... You can
Yeah, you have
have
to cut
more
out
of that.
so much.
Yes,
Gabrielle
I
always
do.
has to cut out so much of us talking
We
because we just don't
just,
talk about The Sims.
I know, and we save it all for the podcast, and when we talk about it, we just go off.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I guess now, do you want to get into the news? Okay, so there have been a plethora of updates since we last recorded, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about the more recent ones that had a bigger impact on the game. In the July 20th update, we received a change to the gallery. When you download a lot made with the bb.moveobjects cheat, the game now notifies you about this so you know to activate the cheat before placing the lot down. So before, when you would download something with move objects, you would have to put it in the description like, hey, turn move objects on before you place this lot down, or it's not going to place everything right, and some things will go into your household inventory. You're not going to have to do that anymore. It's just going to tell you, hey, turn on move objects, and I thought that was pretty sick.
Yeah, I didn't know we were supposed to do that, and now I feel like I need to go edit the bios of some of my builds because I did not tell anyone that
Well, now
I did
you
that.
don't have to.
Yeah, that's
Because if
true.
you have it on, it'll automatically notify them.
I didn't know that was a thing, so that is good to know, even though it's too late. But that's great.
And then the amazing thing we got in this update was if you're trying to find Sims in the neighborhood, you can click on their face in the relationship panel, and you can select a new option called Center on Sim. And focus camera on Sims, something like that. And it'll directly bring the camera right to them. And yeah, all they have to do is be in the neighborhood with you.
That is so great. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty great. The notebook is now out of the phone and is its own button, so you can access it more quickly because a lot of the notebook became really important with cottage living, and this was the pre-cottage living update. The center on current lot button that used to be where the notebook button is has now moved to the same selection as the camera controls up in the top right corner.
Okay. I like this a lot, though, because now I
It
don't
made
feel
the
like I have to
UI
use the phone to do things, and I feel
Yeah.
less weird about it since I play, like, in vintage houses all the time where they wouldn't have a cell phone.
I think it also made the user interface look a lot better.
Cool. Also, I could never find anything in the phone. I don't know if this is just me and I'm dumb, but every time I try to use the phone, I literally cannot find anything that I'm looking for. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but just like someone help me because I can't find where anything goes in the phone.
No, I can never remember where Pay Bills is, even though it's in the little one that's literally a house. I can never
Oh my
remember.
God. No, it's so it's weird. I don't like it, but whatever. Go on.
Some other things to note from this update were the water tool for landscaping, the pond effects and objects, which are like you can put a log in the pond or some lily pads, or you can put swans and alligators,
Yes,
which is pretty
yes.
exciting. Oh, and mosquitoes, which I just thought was really cute.
I did make a pond in the backyard of my home, and I put some ducks, I believe they were mallard ducks in there, and a little
Aw.
log and some fish, and then I used the, like, debug thing to make it so I can actually, like, fish there. 'Cause they wouldn't let
Cute.
me before, but it's really cute, and I'm obsessed with it. So, thank you, EA, for being kind sometimes.
For giving us something that should have come with base game in the beginning.
Yeah.
Honestly. And then children can now garden and cook with your adult Sims, and you can also cook in groups. You can order food from Zoomer's food delivery service, which is like DoorDash. And there have been some updates to the calendar, so it looks a little bit more streamlined. I think it looks a lot better.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Also, I'm really excited about kids being able to do more stuff because it's so boring to play the kids when you can't do anything.
Yes.
Especially because it's like things that kids could do. I used to have a mod where kids could garden and then it stopped working, I guess, so I never got to use it, which was really sad, but I'm really excited that they can help with things now, at least.
I've had the kids help cook so far, but I have yet to have them help garden. I actually didn't know that was a thing until I was doing the notes for this episode. So,
oh my gosh.
When I play tomorrow, after I record, I'm just going to record both Patreon challenges tomorrow and send them to you.
Okay.
But after I do my Patreon challenge, I am going to definitely play with a little bit more of the features from Cottage Living.
Okay. Wait, what are both Patreon videos? What do you mean both?
Because we're doing this episode right now.
Oh, yeah. Have we already came up with ours? I can't even remember.
Yeah. Mine is in my notes for you.
Fuck. What was mine? I don't know what it was. Oh, wait. Was this the one where I was like, make a sim the complete opposite of what you look like?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that one again.
Okay.
That one was fun.
And then 5 days after the release of Cottage Living, we got the inevitable patch update to fix some of the glitches in the game, which just focused on the bug fixes and some stuff on consoles, and there wasn't a lot that was new, so we're going to skip over all those bug fixes. If you want to see them, you can always go to the Sims community website, and Hoven does a very good job of explaining all those things. What is it, Joven? Or
I don't know Hoven? This person, but...
The Sims community? And then we are going to talk about the update that actually came out yesterday. I've been a little bit excited for this update, and I don't remember why.
Wait, what came out yesterday?
An update.
I updated it too, but I don't know what happened.
Well, I'll tell you.
Okay.
2 hairstyles were updated of the curly hairstyles, and they have been converted to be used on children and toddlers.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm so glad that they're doing this now. Like, come on.
There are no good hairstyles for children and toddlers. I have so many mods, and it's even hard to find mods for toddler hair. Like, it's so
that aren't like super full hair.
Yeah, exactly. That don't look like Ariana Grande.
Okay. So they also fixed an issue in which the gallery preview pop-ups. Build mode objects appear properly under the show used items panel. So apparently there's a section on the gallery called show used items that shows you every build item that they used in the build. And I didn't know that was a thing. That must be new.
I will believe it when I see it, but this sounds too good to be true. And
apparently it was already in there.
What? I don't trust this. I feel like
it's new. It is new.
Okay.
It is added with this update.
Okay.
I read it wrong. Okay. So they fixed an issue in which the gallery preview pops up. Build modes will now appear properly under the show used items panel. So, wait. Okay, I believe it's new. We're going to go with it's new.
Okay, well, either way, this is Titus Frick. Sorry, I don't know why I decided to not cuss this one time.
I'm going to bleep it now.
This is... you know what I heard people say today? I have to say it. What did they say? Holy shenanigans. 2 separate people from the same town. So I was watching that We're Here show when they go to like small towns and get the drag makeovers. 2 separate people on that show said holy shenanigans. And I just died. Okay.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it was just weird though. I was like, wow, that must be a big saying in their town. What were we talking about?
Okay, so there are now some edits to the career and school-related tooltips. So they are consistent and clearer for simmers. The book Cradle Object _ Gen Book is no longer visible to simmers. It wasn't meant to. Some debug pie menu options, which is when you're just choosing your social interaction, including some from the Discover University and Snowy Escape, were translated. So before they weren't translated because they were debug items, but now they are translated.
Translated in what way?
Different languages.
Oh, okay. Got it. So, like, for people that are playing in different countries with different languages, it just had the same name, but now it has a name that makes sense for their language.
For some reason, Sims were becoming uncomfortable when they were gathering water in Cottage Living. They fixed that. Ghost Sims will now appear as ghosts in Create a Sim.
What? Cool.
Which is amazing. Okay, here's something we can talk about. I'm going to sound like a sociopath, though. Okay. So, I made my boyfriend in The Sims. Mm-hmm. And I realized that because I do that every time I start dating someone, I just had an entire town that was like me and all my ex-boyfriends. But it also has, like, you guys and, like my group of friends and some of my family. So I didn't want to just delete the save and start a new one. So I gathered them all into one house, and I was going to just set it on fire because my sim is a witch, and also because that's the fun of The Sims. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I went to go set all my ex-boyfriends on fire, and I accidentally set myself on fire and killed my sim self. So now I have to try and bring myself back.
That's horrible. You don't deserve
so I'm in the
that.
process of trying to bring me back.
Wow. That's
They're always
upsetting.
fucking with me.
I know, right? They're always getting the last word. Jesus.
Oh, okay. And then one more thing on this update. Or maybe if I'd have a page 2, I don't know. As always, this editor and the localization team made some adjustments and perfected some text in-game across all packs and previous updates. Okay, so they just made some things look better.
Wow.
When they're writing. I don't know. That was boring. Sorry.
Wow,
I shouldn't have pasted that one in.
anticlimactic ending. And they changed
Okay. So on August 19th, there was a Sims 411. We always love those, where they had an official discussion. They talked to the community, and they decided that what we wanted was a higher level of challenge and depth in base game. Wow. Really?
That's what
they say they want to hear more about it, and they want to hear on a higher level. Wait, that just repeats itself. So they want to know what it would look like from us. Like, what would we expect from The Sims? But you know what I would expect from it? Go back to your previous games. Yeah. Look at your previous games.
Learn from that. Learn from what people loved about those games.
Go back, play The Sims 2, feel the nostalgia, implement it.
Yeah, and hire people who play The Sims to actually, like, make some decisions or get ideas from them, because they are actually playing the game and, like, living it. But I think that, I don't know, I think that EA makes The Sims understaffed from not understaffed. They don't give them as much resources as they need to make the game
correct,
as good as it could be. And people who used to work for EA have said that. So it's kind of, I don't know. I never know what to expect, because I feel like they are unable to deliver as much as we want, because they are, like, literally not able to. I don't know.
Well, we will see. Because my next bit of news, we just talked a lot of shit about the Sims team. Mm-hmm. We might be bringing it back around and pumping them up with this next bit of news.
Oh.
So they also told us that the... Oh. And then we're going to go back down because we'll talk about the new kit. Okay, But they announced the new kit in this Sims 411, and they also said that they are going to refresh the Spa Day kit by the end of the summer, which I'm excited for because I actually really like the Spa Day kit, but I feel like it was a little lacking in gameplay, and so if they do a little bit more to the gameplay and add a few more options, I think I would be really back into, like, building the spas and stuff and actually implementing them in my Sims towns, because I do really enjoy taking my Sims to the spa. It's, like, one of my favorite things to do.
Wow.
And then the big news...
I genuinely forgot spas were in the game. Okay, go on.
The biggest news that we have received in a very long time that will be coming to base game. This one is as big as the Pawn Tool. The NPC and lore update.
Okay.
It's coming. I couldn't find when, so I don't know if they've announced it yet.
Are there, like, details at all? Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to give, like, the Sims backstories?
They just kind of vaguely touched on it, but here's what I have here. So it seems that the issue of Bella Goth's whitewashing is finally being addressed. In the Maxis monthly live stream, the question was asked, why are skin tones getting lighter over the course of the Sims game? And here's their answer, which I'm calling a non-answer because it does not answer this question, okay? Tell me, Okay, I'm going to repeat the question to you, and then I'm just going to give you the answer. You tell me if it's answered. Why are skin tones getting lighter over the course of Sims games?
Why?
Hundreds of townies have come to life since the first Sims game launch. A lot of love has been put into every single one of them, and we acknowledge that they need unique care and attention, so it's about time for a tiny overhaul. We are currently in the process of updating NPCs in The Sims 4, including visuals as well as their lore. This will take some time to accomplish, as we have to spend some time with each and every Sim from Willow Creek to Henford on Bagley. That means we're taking it step by step or townie by townie, and we're excited to update you at a later date. That did not answer why the skin tones are getting lighter.
That is a PR answer if I've ever heard one.
But I'm pretty fucking stoked for the NPC and lore update, and I hope it comes before spring of next year.
Yeah, seriously, that's a long time. I feel like I know people that have Sims YouTube channels that could do it quicker. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's my guess for when it's gonna happen.
Okay, well,
I hope it's sooner.
It happens by Christmas at minimum.
Ooh, that would be a beautiful Christmas gift from this stupid team. Sorry, stupid,
Yes.
but you're stupid. I'm angry.
Not sorry.
I'm angry. Okay,
Yeah,
and also sorry I called you stupid. You're lovely people, and I appreciate you.
Bullying the Sims.
I know. Why is she white? Okay. There is a new
just
kit.
ask people why they're white, Gabby.
You got me with the Mean Girls quote. Okay, so there's a new kit. It's called Industrial Loft Kit.
Yes.
I'm just gonna read this stuff and then we can talk about what happens. Okay?
Okay.
Embrace reclaimed architectural design with the Sims 4 Industrial Loft Kit. Inspired by the converted warehouses of Brooklyn, New York, oversized windows, exposed hardware, and sturdy statement pieces highlight the beauty of raw materials and unfinished detailing. Create the contemporary. Trendy wood and steel frames give weight and character to this furniture collection for a comforting, warm aesthetic. Smaller features like sharp angles, wheels, and mesh mix and match neatly. Expose the elements. Metallic vents, piping, and lighting fixtures evoke a sense of history that melds with modernity. Did I say that right? Make the most of the space with the single double doors and large windows. Fill it with light. So you can tell us what happened now.
Okay, well, the main tea that I have seen on the internet is that, like, one of the pictures they used to promote this game has this window.
It's a very large window with the curved top to it.
Yes, and it has an area in the middle where it kind of opens up to, like, this, like, angled, kind of, like, cool Brooklyn style window. Mm-hmm. And that window that they've shown is not in the game at all.
Surprise. It's not in the game at all?
No.
Oh,
it's a picture.
It's not in this kit?
No, it's a picture they edited from a different window and then they slightly changed it. So now they're like, oh, we didn't realize you guys would want that window. I guess we'll put it in the game. The game or this new kit came with one window and it's not that window.
They made the windows such a huge part of this advertisement.
It's like
Did we not just read the word window like 9 times?
Yes. And the window does not exist. So I shared it on our Twitter actually. There are some modders who like went and made the window like immediately. So if you want the window and you want to support modders, you should go do that because yeah, it's ridiculous. It's honestly it's almost not even surprising at this point, you know?
Have you seen the window that's in the game?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It kind of looks like those brown windows that are like round. I don't really know. You should look it up. It looks like windows we already have in the game. Also,
Hold on,
sorry if you can.
I'm gonna pull up the gallery, or not the gallery. I'm gonna pull up the kit real quick and look on Origin.
Okay. Also, sorry if you can hear jingling. My cat is running around and she has a little bell on her collar.
Yeah, sorry if you can hear everything all the time in the background to me because I live in a trailer.
We're doing our best.
Okay, that's the window?
Yeah, it doesn't look... I mean, it looks semi like the other window, but it doesn't have that, like, opening part. It looks exactly like other windows we have.
I was gonna say, we have that window.
Yeah, that's the window that we're getting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted right now. It's an industrial kit. Give us square windows.
Give us something.
Give us huge square windows that we can put together. You're so into linking things together right now. And
Yeah.
modular storage, like... Sorry, I'm stressed out.
I guess there's a really cool rug that comes with it, though, so they got me, but... You know, they do that.
Yeah. Okay, so they lied.
Yeah.
What was their response to this? Do you know?
They were just like, oh, we didn't, like, realize that you guys would want that window. We just, like, I don't know, some bullshit. And everyone's like,
yes,
okay.
They did. Okay, I wonder if it's, like, from a different pack they weren't supposed to show yet.
What they said is that they edited a picture of a window from a different pack into that picture.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
I'm so angry. Okay, Sims team. I'm not mad at... I know. I was just going to say, I'm not mad I called you stupid earlier. You stupids.
We're taking it back. We're calling you stupid again.
Okay, so is that? Is that all that happened? They said, sorry.
Yeah, and they're putting it in the game now, but modders already...
Oh, they are?
It. Yeah. Because people freaked out about it.
Well, good.
So I think they're
I'm
adding
so
it
glad.
in the update.
Good. Are they putting it on base game? Because they better.
I don't know. Probably.
We better all get it at this point.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Stupid stupids. Well, that's all I have for the news.
Cool.
And I promised a cottage living review in this episode, and I have it. Have it right here. People might not agree with me, but I think... I mean, people will agree with me mostly. It's got a positive response, but I give it 5 out of 5 all around. I was like, fuck my rating system for the most part. I'm throwing it out the window. It just gets a 5 out of 5 plum bombs. I love this pack. But I did mention that it gets a 4 out of 5 for gameplay because there were a lot of lag and glitch issues. But it is a beefy expansion pack, and it boasts new features, events, animals, and aesthetics, which is refreshing because I think we've all been waiting for a new one, with the mid-century and contemporary packs feeling a little bit repetitive. It's nice to have a pack where you can live out the cottagecore lesbian lifestyle you've always dreamed of.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's such a beautiful pack aesthetically. Just gameplay, I can't believe how much gameplay came with this pack. If anyone asked me, which pack do you think is the best one to pay full price for? I would say Cottage Living or Seasons. I think that they both add a lot of gameplay, but more yes. Cottage Living. I would say Cottage Living, 100%. But honestly, together, you need them together. Seasons adds so much. I was watching... the early access streams from a lot of YouTubers, and I was like kind of bored with them a little bit because I was like, I want the fall leaves with the pumpkin pie. You know what? I'm gonna start a let's play. I'm starting a let's play for Cottage Living.
For Cottage Living,
I decided just now because I want to start off. I want to create some drama in the middle of a Thanksgiving dinner, and that's how it's gonna start.
Good. My roommate Anne. Shout out Anne, made a cottagecore lesbian couple. I haven't caught up on what they're up to, but they did make one.
That's amazing. Yes, I should make a lesbian couple. I should make you know what? I'm gonna have someone come out during family dinner.
Do you have that mod where people can come out?
No, but I should download it.
I saw something about that someone posted in the group that their sim came out to Eliza Pancakes, and Eliza got so upset that she like died, and then Bob came over to them and came out to them as gay. And they were like, oh my god, I just saved Bob's life.
Because wait, have you played Cottage Living at all yet?
Yeah, I love Cottage Living. I've really enjoyed it. I haven't gotten to play it that much. I started my Samarican Settlers challenge, and then I moved, and I was like, well, I won't have time to play again till after Cottage Living comes out and after I buy it. So I waited because I had to anyways, and then I built a new farm with cottage living stuff, and it is so cute, and I'm so obsessed with it. And then I moved my family in there, and then I recorded like a little bit of playing, but not a ton. But I've got to, have a cow, do that kind of stuff. Have the garden, I have some chickens, and I have a pond, so it's been pretty fun. Oh, also, I love the new needlepoint. Oh my god, it's so
Oh my god,
good.
I didn't even mention that. As someone who does embroidery, I'm so excited.
Yes.
My sim can knit and embroider now. All my hobbies are going into the game. If only we got a ukulele in Island Living.
Oh my god. Well, stay mad because
Island Living is
it's
a game pack. It is not a stuff or an expansion pack. It is not. I refuse. They slapped the expansion pack name on it at the last minute because they didn't have anything ready to release. That's what I think.
Boom. Coming at ya.
The truth here on Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jovel judges Sims, and you are doing the iconic land grab family. Is that correct?
Yes, the land grab family. One sec, I have to yawn and hit my dab pen.
Whoa. My knitting needles are here, and my vitamins.
Oh, shit.
I'm an old woman.
I love it.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to say real quick before we start Jovel Judges Sims.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was laughing so hard because I was looking through my Amazon purchases recently, and I'm getting back into knitting, and I haven't done it since I was a kid, so it's like all knitting stuff. But my gynecologist also told me recently that I need to start taking magnesium and calcium for my bones because I'm like over a certain age. And so I got magnesium and calcium gummies. And then I was like, oh, well, these hair, skin, and nail vitamins are only $7. And then the Women's Daily Multivitamin is like not much more than that, and so when I get paid I'm just gonna order all of them. So my entire history right now on Amazon is like knitting supplies and vitamins.
I love that.
And I look like an old woman, but then you get to like the 8th purchase down and it's fishnets.
That's amazing. All right, I feel like there is a lot to say about the land grab family, and I have so many opinions on each person in the family. So I'm going to start out with my favorite member of the family and steadily go down to the worst person. All right, let's start with Jeffrey Landgrab. I know that his name is Jeffrey. I will not respect that decision.
Joffrey, that's what we were going to call this episode before it was cursed 100 times.
Yeah, his name is Joffrey, not Jeffrey, and I will die on this hill. Because I just kind of, here, I know they're not even British either. I don't know why. They're not even British, so it does not make sense. But I just hear Nancy Landgrab being like, Joffrey, fetch my slippers, something like that. So let's talk about
Except
Joffrey.
she probably sounds more like this. Hey, Joffrey, grab my slippers. Because she's like a mob boss.
Because she's a mob boss. Hey, bring me my slippers.
Hey, Joffrey, get over here with my slippers.
She smacks him on the back of the head. Hey, hurry up next time.
If we had any listeners in anywhere like
Italy,
New York,
yeah, that's a New Yorker.
Italy.
Accent.
That was not Italy.
Hey,
but
I'm
now
from
Italy.
I'm from
now
Italy.
We just lost them too.
We just lost Italy. Joffrey Landgrab is dope as fuck. He's a little angel baby boy. So Joffrey, down to earth. He's just like a humble man. Like, he married this woman who has a lot of money, but he's just like, it's chill, Like, I'm just happy to be here vibing. That's his energy. Okay. So his traits overall, family oriented, he has a good sense of humor, charismatic, loves the outdoors, hopeless romantic, domestic, outgoing, good. So he's just like a sweetie. Like he's like the perfect man, right? He's charismatic. He loves his family. He has a great sense of humor. He likes going outdoors, so he can like, be the dad and take you hiking and camping and shit. He's a hopeless romantic, so he'll just like, love you forever. He's domestic, which is like cool. Help me clean the house. He's outgoing, so he's not going to sit there in the corner and be moody when you guys go out. And he's just like a good guy overall. Like I truly respect him, love him, thirst for him. I thirst for a man like Joffrey. He is my dream man. And again, he is like a humble person. He did not marry Nancy for money. He married for love, He loves this
loves
woman.
her.
He loves her.
I hate this word. He is a simp for Nancy Landgrab.
Yes, he is a simp, and if Gabby's saying it, then it's true, because she hates the word simp. And the energy he brings is the John Mulaney quote where he's like, "My wife is a bitch and I like her so much." That's very much the energy, although this has not aged well because they just got divorced and he deleted all of his social media yesterday, I think. So hope he's doing well. But
Rip.
Still that energy. So he just kind of seems like this really cool guy who's just like, I don't know. And you would think that he would be like this, like, he like, how do I phrase this? Like in a TV show, he'd be like this like bumbling idiot, like husband next to this like, brilliant wife who makes all this money, but he's like not that. He's still like got his own stuff going on, Like he's still outgoing. He's got a great sense of humor. He's still charismatic. He's not this like, he's not Bob Pancakes, which is kind of the energy I would have thought he had before I looked into who he is as a character.
No, he is just a sweet, humble man.
Yes, he is. And I do think that he could maybe have like a kink where he gets like pushed around a little bit, by her or something.
Oh yeah, she definitely puts her high heels on and steps on his chest.
Yes, exactly. I also feel like he could be like into cuckolding. I don't know. Like he's like, I just want my wife to be happy. So if that means she gets fucked in front of me, I'm great.
God, you always take it one step just way too far.
That's what I'm here for. He also really cares about his son, which is really
you're like
sad.
that one. Sorry, you're like that one meme that's like, why would you say something so bold yet so true?
It's so controversial.
Yes,
so true.
sorry.
Is that it? Yes, I know. I was trying to quote that the other
Why
day.
would you say something
like,
so controversial yet so true?
Yeah. Okay, so he loves his son. He wants his son to be, like, successful. I think it's in The Sims 3, maybe. They talk about how he's, like, raising him to, like, be successful. But how Nancy is kind of, like, leading him down, like, the evil path a little bit. Because Joffrey, he wants to be, I don't remember what it's called, but he is, like, on the track to be, like, a superhero or whatever the fuck that is. You know what I'm talking about? Like, cop career track? I don't remember.
Yeah, he was, like, the good guy.
I can't remember what it is in The Sims 4, but he wants to be whatever the good thing is, a superhero-y kind of thing. So he's trying to lead his son down this path, but it's not working out, and, from the other Sims games, we know that Malcolm sucks.
If the Sims want to do their NPC and lore update well, they should just listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
they'll
why don't
really
you sit
get
down,
to know them.
Listen to this podcast.
Because we called them stupid, 30 times.
We're, like, straight up bullying them.
Okay, continue, sorry.
In summation about Joffrey, I love him. In Sims 3, he's, like, pretty hot. I just really like him. I respect him, and I hope I can find a man like him. So let's... Oh, wait. Let me do his astrology real quick. So, Joffrey is a Virgo sun. a Cancer moon, a Gemini rising, and a Taurus Venus. So let me break down what that means. So in the game, he is a Virgo sun. How do I describe Virgos? The last two people I like kind of was dating were Virgos, which is funny. They're very like analytical. They usually don't believe in like ghosts or anything like that. Kind of perfectionist, like want to get stuff done. I did not choose this one for him, by the way. This is like what The Sims said he was, that he's a Virgo. But I just make up the rest of that. So I think that makes sense. I mean, he has like a good job. You know, he's got glasses. You know, he's a nerd. All Virgos have glasses. It's just a thing. That's not true, but still. So he's a Cancer moon. Gabrielle and I are both Cancer moons. So Cancer moons are just like really loving, affectionate people who are very like giving to the people around them. It's really hard for us to like end relationships even if people are toxic, hence Nancy Landgrab. And just kind of like endlessly loving. Yeah, it's a lot.
We cry all the time.
Yeah, we cry a lot. We're just like really sensitive. Yeah, and I get that vibe from him, that he just like really is like a sensitive man who like wants his family to just be like really great. And I mean, he wants to be like a fucking like superhero to help the world. So very Cancer moon energy to be like, I'm gonna help everybody. So then Gemini rising, he's very outgoing, very charming. I think to people he would come off as someone who was really fun, can be like the life of a party, is just really chatty, can keep a conversation going, that kind of energy. And also Geminis are really intelligent, so I think he would come off as really intelligent as well, but maybe a little sporadic. And then we have a Taurus Venus. So Taurus are just really stable, take things slow. They're good partners overall. Mm-hmm. So I think dating someone with a Taurus Venus, they're probably less likely to dump you.
Okay, Javel, I have to say something real quick.
What?
I have 5% left on my phone, and I can't charge it because my headphones use the charging thing.
Okay, so what do we do?
Keep going, because we might finish before it, because I put it on battery saver.
Okay.
So we might finish in time, because we're already on your segment, but just wanted to let you know.
Perf. Okay, so let's get into Nancy Landgrab. First of all, what I have to say about her is fuck the 1%, distribute the wealth.
Eat the rich. I almost said fuck the rich.
Fuck them and then take their money. Rich people don't
Robin
mean
Hood
shit.
Style.
Yes, she is a weird... Okay, first of all, she comes from a crime family. So she comes from money, which is fucking dumb and annoying. So she comes from money. She comes from a crime family. So she's already got, sociopath energy. And she is using that to groom her son to take over their weird, snobby, criminal dynasty. So, of course, they have one child and she's got to make him take over their shit, right? Like, there's no way that she can make him not evil, because who's going to take over for her? So her traits are workaholic, snob, ambitious, charismatic, perfectionist, materialistic, business savvy, and she is a CEO. Oh, I think she's a CEO in a different one. But she wants to, she's on the criminal career, right? So she is a criminal. She sucks. But, of course, she comes off as really charismatic, because people obviously don't know that they're a crime family. Like, that's, like, a secret thing.
In The Sims 4, I believe she's the top of the career track.
Yes. But it's, like, like a secret thing to other Sims. Yeah. So I think she would come off as these things, like, really charismatic, and come off as this, like, family who's really wealthy. But secretly, she is a piece of shit. And, yeah. I mean, it's great that there are women out there getting their money, but she already came from money, so it's not like she's getting her money. She already had money. So, whatever. She does not deserve Joffrey. She does not deserve him at all. He's an amazing husband. He is there for her. And I'm going to steal her husband soon if she doesn't get her shit together and be kind to him. And I feel like she has
he does deserve better.
He does deserve better. And she's like a big ass Karen. Like, you know, she yells at baristas. You know, she tips badly. And I feel like the only reason she's with Joffrey is because she wants someone that she can control. And since he's so kind and loving, and doesn't come from money, it's like she can control him, right? Like, she's the one that has all the money and all that stuff. So it's easier for her to be like, well, you won't have any money if you leave me, you know, kind of stuff. But he wouldn't even think about that anyways because he's such an angel. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about Nancy Landgrab. She's a Karen. She sucks. She's a criminal. And I hope that Joffrey leaves her and finds someone who really appreciates him for who he is. Okay, let's get into the worst Landgrab and one of the worst Sims in the franchise.
He's kind of put forward as like who will prevail, Nancy or Joffrey?
Yes, it's very much that vibe, and I really hope it's Joffrey. That's a really stressful living situation.
Well, does Malcolm ever come up as evil in any of the Sims?
He's not. Well, let's see. In The Sims 3, he's a child, and I'll get into that situation.
Because I always think of him as being like a little shit.
Well, okay, so he's a good child.
Oh.
In not the herbs, in the other one, Busting Out, he's like your mom's ex-husband who's like old and takes all your shit and takes all her stuff.
He is. That's why I'm thinking of him as the bad guy, because in The Sims, Busting Out.
Yeah,
so
but
he
he's
does
like
grow
that
up to be a money-hungry douchebag.
Yes, he's like that in every iteration of The Sims, besides Sims 3, where he's a child. But in every other iteration, he's a terrible person.
Got it.
Yeah. So let's get into him some more. Oh shit, I didn't do Nancy's astrology. Okay,
did
so
you?
Nancy
I thought
is
you did.
No, I did Joffrey.
Oh.
So Nancy is a Leo sun, so very much like, look at me. Doesn't she have like big fake boobs? She has a lot of makeup on. She kind of looks like she'd have some plastic surgery, you know? Nothing bad about that, but you know what I mean.
Is a Leo?
Yeah.
So she definitely gives me a energy. I'm going to bleep out the name, but...
Yes, exactly. Capricorn moon, so I don't think she feels so much. And when she does feel, it's more of like, how is this gonna, like, I don't know, like overthinking it, trying to kind of control the situation. Coming from a different standpoint, like how we're super emotional because we're like Cancer moon. She is a Capricorn moon. So she's not gonna show her emotions really. Like she's not gonna like show her cards at all. Libra rising. So again, she is very charismatic and materialistic. So I think she could come off as someone who's really like charismatic and fun, and she has, you know, her hair done and always like really put together looking and has all this shit. But that is just like a face she puts on. And then I put Leo Venus because I think that in relationships she kind of wants it to be all about her. So she wants someone to like worship her, which is perfect because that's what Joffrey does. Okay, now let's get into Malcolm. So again, Malcolm is a garbage human being. Let's throw him in the trash. He's canceled. And he's just like a little money hungry piece of shit, little bitch, right? He gives big Malfoy energy from Harry Potter. Which is not a good thing to be told. It's not good when someone's like, you remind me of Malfoy. That's not a compliment. So as a child, he was good, ambitious, and a bookworm. Interesting, right? So his mom pushed him to be this like evil, dastardly person that he becomes, where he just starts caring all about money and things like that. So he kind of had to harden in that way. Poor Joffrey. It'd just be so hard to like watch your child become evil. Oh yeah, okay. So then in The Sims 1, at least on the console, if you have like the mode where you get to like a, what is that called? Story mode. So if you play story mode, at least on The Sims 1, I don't know how it is on the PC, but he marries your mom at the end of it, and then in the busting out one, it starts off with them being divorced and him taking all of your mom's shit and taking your stuff as well. So he sucks. In The Sims 4, his personality... Gremlin, please be quiet for a moment. Okay, so in The Sims 4, he is a snob, he is evil, and he is dastardly, and he has stupid fucking yellow hair. Stupid yellow hair. And a weird Grinch body. Like a Grinch if he was really thin like a noodle. And just terrible fashion sense. He just really is terrible all over. I've heard that he makes really good babies, though, in The Sims 4, which is interesting.
Not a lot of people do.
Yeah, strange. One last thing I would like to say about Malcolm Landgraf is that he probably makes a really weird sound / face when he orgasms. That's all I want to say. That's how I feel, and you can say I'm wrong, but everyone knows it's right. So, let's get into his astrology real quick. Malcolm is a Capricorn sun. Again, someone who's not going to show all their cards, someone who's not going to come off as really emotional. Also someone who is a status climber and will get ahead. Aries moon, he's an asshole. Not just that every Aries mooners are assholes, but he reacts with anger with emotions. Like, emotions are very intense, probably, and they come through as very, like, intense energy. Because I feel like if something happened that was not what he wanted to happen, he would probably freak the fuck out. Scorpio rising, just because he comes off, like, if you meet him, I feel like you would meet him and be like, this guy seems like an asshole. Which is how people usually describe Scorpio risings, aka me. Everyone thinks that I'm a bitch when they first meet me. Turns out they're wrong.
I'm a Virgo.
Yep. But Virgo with rising. This case, he does suck. And then I did Aries Venus because every man that I've slept with who's an Aries Venus has been extremely selfish and not really done anything for me at all. And I definitely get that vibe from him. So that is all I have to say on the land grabs today. Joffrey, call me. Nancy, you're canceled. And Malcolm, goodbye. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Nancy, mob members are like so 2001.
Yeah, you're not cool. Oh, and
everybody's over The Godfather.
No one even cares about The Godfather anymore, Nancy. God. I also have the results from our poll. Okay, so I have the results from our woohoo, marry, remove pool ladder. So, people would like to woohoo Joffrey, of course, little handsome baby, marry Nancy because she got that money, and remove the pool ladder from Malcolm because he sucks and we all want him dead. So there are the results. And is anyone surprised? Probably not. It's the only right answer. No. Unless Malcolm you want to marry Landgraf or Malcolm, maybe, but I don't know. That seems like a lot. So that is all I have to say officially about the land grabs.
What? Well, I mean, Nancy is one of my favorite people to play, but she is terrible.
Yeah. I feel that.
Okay, so now it is time for us to do our Patreon challenges.
Oh, yes.
If you would like to be able to see our Patreon challenges, they will be in a hidden folder on our YouTube for Patreon access only. All you have to do is give $1 to us on Patreon to be able to access all of our extra content. If you are in our second tier, you will be able to vote on upcoming Jovel Judges Sims challenges, stuff like that. And then $5 gets you
shout out.
What does it get him?
A shout out.
Oh, a shout out on the podcast. Sorry.
Goth Daddy tier gets you.
God, I was on a roll for a minute.
I know, you were killing it. Because, you know, Riley Rain.
Riley Rain, we're going to get your name tattooed on our lip.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, so is this where we tell each other what we're going to make?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Your video challenge is to make Chester Geek in The Sims 4.
Yeah, I'm so excited. He's so ugly. It's going to be amazing. Okay, your challenge is to make a sim that is the complete opposite of who you are. Like, personality-wise, you can even do, like, name-wise, like, a name that's, like, totally opposite of what your name is. Physicality-wise. Yeah, exactly. So I would love to see what you do with that.
Okay, well, you will see, and then everyone who gives us $1 or more a month on Patreon will also see. My phone just shut off. Oh no. Well, I just lost Jovel on our video call. My phone died. I have a USB-C type charger, and I also have to use USB-C connection headphones because my wireless ones don't have a microphone. So I can't hear her on my calls. But good thing we finished the podcast. I will tell you the Simlish word of the month, which is Whipna-chobadog, which means this is cool. And thank you guys so much. Thank you especially Riley Rain. Come back in 2 weeks for our Messing Around mini-sode. I miss Jovel right now. Dag dag.